What if I told you that your favorite love and hip-hop diva was out here living a double life so scandalous, even Mona Scott had to clutch her pearls and say, "Now wait a damn minute"? What if I told you that Bambi, the same Bambi who cried on camera about loyalty and motherhood's allegedly sneaking out of back doors, texting in secret codes, and making late-night hotel appearances that make Grand Theft Auto look like a Disney Channel plot twist? And what if I told you that TashaK, the queen of digital detonation herself, didn't just spill the tea, she turned on the kettle, broke the table, and poured the truth directly into the streets live? Oh yes, this isn't just some reality show fallout. This is a full-blown betrayal scandal with receipts, voice notes, and possibly a fake pregnancy tossed in for flavor. Bambi and YungJoc might have thought they were slick, but TashaK hit the live button like she was launching a missile. And baby, it hit. Phones were dropping, Twitter was crying, and Scrappy, that man might still be curled up in a green room, asking how he missed all the signs. Buckle up, because what's about to unfold will leave your group chat gasping and your loyalty test in shambles. Asterisk, what do you do when the woman who preaches loyalty turns out to be the main villain in the group chat? Because that's exactly what just went down when TashaK lit the entire internet on fire with one live button and a folder so deep you'd think she was the FBI's shadow department. The streets of ATL are shaking, love and hip-hop fans are gasping, and Bambi well sis might be hiding under a wig store at this point. It all started when Tasha, with her signature glass of red wine and that smug little grin like she already knows your deepest sin, dropped a live stream that wasn't just messy, it was nuclear. The title alone made people choke on their iced coffees, Bambis, secret nights, and lies, with YungJoc exposed. Baby, it wasn't just a catchy headline. It was a full-blown autopsy of a secret affair that allegedly went on for months, right under Lil Scrappy's nose. And let's just say, the receipts. Diabolical. The live stream began like it always does. Tasha leaned in, voice low and serious, like she's about to deliver a sermon, and said, "Y'all think y'all know these reality stars? Baby, I've got timestamps, locations, and a hotel receipt with extra pillows. And it ain't from no girl's trip." And just like that, the chat exploded. Bambi trending within seconds. Scrappy's name popped up like he was being summoned to the courtroom of public opinion. And YungJoc, that man, turned into ATL's most wanted overnight. Not by police, but by Twitter's meme factory. TashaK pulled up the first exhibit like she was testifying in court. A screenshot of a late-night DM between Bambi and a contact saved under J. Cute, right, real discreet. Except Tasha had already confirmed it was YungJoc's backup Instagram. The message, "I miss the way you laugh. Can't sleep without thinking about that night." That night, Tasha smirked and said, "Oh, we'll get to that night in a minute." And baby, she did. Because what followed was a carefully organized slideshow of chaos. D-Miz, blurry hotel footage, voicemail snippets, and even a menu order from room service that included 2 glasses of wine, 1 steak, and vegan tacos. You know, for balance. According to one anonymous source, who Tasha claimed was a former VH1 production intern, Bambi and Joc had been hooking up as far back as the reunion taping of season 12. Allegedly, after the cameras stopped rolling and Scrappy had dipped to the afterparty, Bambi and Joc shared a ride back to the hotel. But the driver, who just happened to be a fan of TashaK, recorded the backseat interaction on dashcam. And while there's no audio, the hand movements and whispering were enough for the internet to do what it does best: jump to conclusions at light speed. But this wasn't just about one night. Tasha came with patterns. Consistent time of when Bambi would disappear for self-care days, and how they lined up with Joc's public appearance blackouts. Tasha even pulled up airport footage allegedly showing Bambi landing in Miami just minutes after Joc's flight from ATL touchdown. Coincidence? Tasha didn't think so. She sipped her wine and said, "They say love is blind, but this is straight-up sneaky link choreography." And let's talk about Scrappy. Poor, confused, broken Scrappy. This man went on IG Live a week ago, playing gospel music in the background, and talking about finding peace in the storm. Meanwhile, his wife might have been packing lingerie for a secret trip with his frenemy. TashaK didn't hold back. She even played a clip from one of Scrappy's recent interviews where he said, "I trust my circle, even if it's small." Tasha paused the video, looked dead into the camera, and said, "Small. Baby, it's a love triangle, and you're on the bottom corner." The comment section was ruthless. Not Scrappy singing Drake while Bambi's out doing R&B duets with Joc. Another user wrote, "This love and hip-hop episode wrote itself." But Tasha wasn't done. Oh no. She pulled out a voice memo, 17 seconds of pure scandal. A woman's voice, unmistakably Bambi's, laughing before saying, "If Scrappy only knew what I was doing," while he was posting Bible quotes, and the clip cut off right there. No context, no explanation. Just enough to send the audience into a frenzy. Tasha raised her eyebrows and said, "I didn't even have to finish that one. Y'all already know." And somehow, it kept getting worse. Tasha showed a leaked group text from what she claimed was a cast group chat, where YungJoc jokingly wrote, "Hope nobody's checking hotel cameras tonight." To which someone with a peach emoji username responded, Don't make me spill more tea." Tasha claimed that username belongs to none other than Carly Red. And honestly, would that even surprise us? Carly Red has never seen a scandal she couldn't turn into a storyline. And if Carly knew, that means at least 3 other people knew. Which means Scrappy. He was the only one being played like a violin in a trap beat symphony. And then came the footage. Grainy zoomed in, but oh so damning. Hotel security footage from March 12th. A woman with blonde braids and a sweatsuit that looked very familiar walking into a suite with a man wearing a hoodie and slippers. The timestamp, jam 11:47 menit PM. Tasha zoomed in and said, "Now, I ain't saying it's them, but if that's not Bambi and Joc, then that's the most convincing lookalike heist in ATL history." And just when you thought you'd caught your breath, she flipped the screen to a text message that read, "You still taste like tequila. Same time next week." Allegedly from Joc's phone. Allegedly sent to a number ending in 4488, allegedly Bambi's burner. By this point, viewers were screaming. Tasha's live hit 100K concurrent views. Twitter exploded with hashtag trended before noon, and Scrappy. Not a peep. Man hasn't posted, commented, or blinked on social media since. Insiders say he stormed off set during a green screen interview when producers asked about the footage. One producer allegedly overheard him say, "So y'all just gone, let my life implode for ratings. Baby, you signed the contract. This is VH1, not therapy." And let's not forget what Tasha dropped right before she ended her live like a magician, saving her deadliest trick for last. She held up a baby onesie. Yes, a literal baby onesie, and said, "Word on the street is there's more than just feelings involved. Somebody might be expecting, and it ain't who you think." The chat went berserk, some saying it's Carly, others screaming Bambi. A few dared to suggest Joc was being played too, claiming he ain't even the father. Tasha smirked and said, "Y'all ain't ready for this next chapter. But I promise, it's coming." And, with that, the live ended, leaving the entire internet breathless, scandalized, and rewatching that footage like it was the Zapruder tape. What started as a normal Tuesday had spiraled into an ATL reality apocalypse, and just when you think it can't get messier, the silence from the cast says it all. No denials, no statements, no lawsuits, just vibes, confusion, and the looming sense that something even bigger is about to break. The silence wasn't just loud, it was deafening. Bambi went ghost like she'd entered witness protection. No stories, no clapping back, not even a thirst trap to distract from the chaos. And that's when fans knew something was really up, because Bambi doesn't do quiet unless she's guilty, rebranding, or plotting her next scene. Meanwhile, TashaK was having the time of her life. Not only did she go viral within hours, but the comments were turning into a digital courtroom. People were dragging, speculating, and flat-out writing dissertations on who they think the baby daddy is, if there even is a baby, and Tasha just kept feeding the fire. Posting cryptic tweets like, "Funny how silence always follows exposure, and burning bridges looks better when you're wearing diamonds." Ma'am, are you dropping gossip or auditioning for Game of Thrones? Now, let's talk about Joc, the unbothered chaos gremlin in silk shirts, while the world was calling him ATL's messiest man. This fool had the nerve to go on Instagram Live, playing Marvin Gaye in the background like he was about to deliver a love sermon. And what did he say? Nothing helpful. Just stared at the screen, sipped a smoothie, and said, "Y'all know what it is, ain't nobody innocent out here." Excuse me, sir, is that your version of damage control? Because it sounded more like a confession with extra bass. Fans noticed everything, like the very obvious pink purse sitting in the corner of the screen that didn't belong to his fiancée. Twitter sleuths did what they do best, and within 15 minutes had matched it to a purse Bambi carried at an after-party back in February. The timeline. Suspicious. The purse. Identical. The denial. Non-existent. But then things took an even darker turn. Because now, Lil Scrappy's camp was stirring. Anonymous insiders claimed he was spiraling. One assistant allegedly caught him in the studio at 4 a.m., sitting in the dark, looping old voicemail recordings. Another claimed Scrappy reached out to producers, demanding every single piece of unaired footage involving Bambi and Joc. He wasn't asking, he was lawyered up. Scrappy reportedly told VH1 he's ready to walk from the next season unless his storyline gets edited to reflect the truth. The truth, of course, being that he was played like a violin with broken strings on national television. One source even said he's working on his own sit-down interview, possibly with TashaK herself. Imagine the irony. The same woman who nuked his relationship might now be the one handing him a tissue and a mic. Poetic. And if you thought Carly Red was gonna sit this one out, baby, think again. According to a leaked group text that magically appeared online, the day after Tasha's live, Carly allegedly texted, "Told y'all she wasn't loyal. Now y'all believe me." Fans believe this was in response to an old clip where Carly accused Bambi of being shady and was brushed off as messy. Looks like messy might have been prophetic. And now people are asking, did Carly know the whole time? Was this her plan to let the bomb drop when it would hurt the most? One thing's for sure, she's ready to cash in. Rumor is, Carly's already filming confessional scenes for the next season titled "I Said What I Said." And baby, she's not holding back. Then came the voicemail. Oh yes, the actual voicemail, the one Tasha teased in her first live. And when she dropped it, jaws hit the floor. In the now infamous 22-second clip, Bambi's voice can allegedly be heard saying, "It wasn't supposed to go this far. Joc was just a distraction. Scrappy made me feel invisible. What was I supposed to do? Stay miserable?" Then, a pause, a laugh, and the cherry on top. Besides, Joc listens. Scrappy only talks. You could practically hear Scrappy's heartbreak in Dolby Surround. Twitter exploded with reaction videos. TikTokers reenacted the voicemail in full glam. Even Tamer Braxton jumped on her live, shaking her head and saying, "Y'all, this ain't just love and hip-hop. This is love and hypocrisy." But wait, because of course, it gets worse. Tasha then claimed there was surveillance footage from a rooftop restaurant in Buckhead, time-stamped the same night Scrappy was attending his cousin's wedding out of town. The footage allegedly showed Joc and a woman matching Bambi's build, seated at a private candlelit table, toasting champagne. 2 plates, 1 dessert, and a hand touch across the table. And what makes it worse? The venue was the same place Scrappy once rented out for Bambi's birthday. Talk about betrayal with extra garnish. And apparently, this wasn't the first dinner. One of Joc's assistants allegedly reached out to Tasha with a message saying, "I covered for them more than once. I thought it was harmless. Until it wasn't. You, even the help is snitching now. This is not just a mess. It's a franchise of mess." And then the pregnancy bomb came back full circle, because Tasha revealed that a medical assistant from a very discreet Beverly Hills clinic had anonymously confirmed Bambi was inquiring about prenatal care around the same time she and Scrappy were supposedly working on their marriage. But here's the twist. The assistant said the man listed as the emergency contact, not Scrappy, a name starting with a J. Coincidence? Doubt it. The streets started screaming. Is Joc the daddy? Is Bambi lying? Is this all for a storyline? And honestly, at this point, we wouldn't even be mad. It's too well-timed, too juicy, too layered not to be strategic. But the damage, oh, it's real. Scrappy reportedly hasn't seen Bambi since the live dropped. Producers are scrambling to reschedule green screen sessions because the man refuses to be in the same building as her. One insider claimed, he said she's dead to him until she comes clean on camera. Cold. Meanwhile, Erica Dixon, yes, the original baby mommy's making moves behind the scenes. Sources say she reached out to producers with a pitch to rejoin the cast full-time if Bambi gets dropped. And producers are seriously considering it, because let's be real, if there's anyone who can turn betrayal into gold, it's Erica. Imagine her sitting on the reunion couch next to Scrappy while Bambi tries to defend herself. That's not just drama. That's ratings. That's history. And Mona Scott. She's licking her lips at the chaos. One insider claimed Mona's already restructured next season's cast and is adding extra reunion taping days just in case security gets involved. You know it's real when security gets a storyline of its own. But the wildest moment came when Tasha hinted that there may be a secret video an off-camera recording of Bambi allegedly confiding in a producer about the affair. According to Tasha, Bambi said, "Don't put this in the episode, but yeah, I slipped up. Joc wasn't planned. But it felt good being wanted." That line alone could earn her a villain edit that even Kenya Moore would envy. And the public. They're not letting it slide. Reddit threads, TikTok breakdowns, Twitter, Wars Team Scrappy and Team Bambi are officially at war, and no one's holding back. People are dragging, defending, speculating, and unsubscribing from Bambi's skincare line like it was sponsored by betrayal. Even beauty influencers are posting reactions titled, "I can't support her anymore." And Joc. This man still has the audacity to post thirst traps with cryptic captions like "Energy don't lie. Sir, you're the energy we're running from," yet here he is, capitalizing on the attention like it's a mixtape drop. He even teased a new single titled "Backslide," which fans already believe is a reference to Bambi. The lyrics preview he posted. "She said I was peace, but she came in chaos. Love in her eyes, but lies in her makeup. If that doesn't scream subliminal shade, I don't know what does." Joc might be a mess, but he's a calculated one. And the fact that he hasn't denied anything, that silence is louder than a confession. And just when you thought the petty parade had marched its final lap, the tea kettle exploded one last time because Joc, yes Joc, decided he wasn't done milking the chaos. This man, who's been dodging accountability like it's jury duty, had the audacity to post a selfie with the caption, "Unbothered looks good on me." Boy, unbothered, you're the face of the bother. The fans clocked him so fast, someone commented, "You're one Maury episode away from a breakdown, and we're watching in 4,000, but Joc doesn't flinch." Why? Because he knows he's not just in the drama, he's the architect. Now let's talk about that assistant again, the one who slid into TashaK's DMs like she was delivering Amazon Prime tea. Turns out, she wasn't just spilling about one dinner. No baby. She claimed there were at least 3 separate occasions where Joc and Bambi met up off camera, one of them allegedly in a rented Airbnb in Midtown. And get this, the assistant said she overheard Joc on the phone saying, "She just need to know someone got her back." Scrap, don't even ask if she's okay anymore. Sir, you are not a therapist. You're a rapper with relationship amnesia. Why are you giving TED Talks in between hotel meets? But the real dagger came when TashaK dropped the full voicemail, the unedited one. "We thought we heard everything, but no." In the extended clip, Bambi allegedly says, "If I'm honest, Joc was just easy. He don't question me. He lets me be. And Scrappy. He got rules, expectations. I just wanted to feel like I could breathe." Oh, so now cheating is oxygen. Girl, stop. The streets didn't let her breathe for long either because the backlash was immediate and brutal. Fans dragged her across every platform. Instagram comments were wild. One said, "Sis didn't want a man, she wanted a vacation from accountability." And TikTok. Woo, there's now a whole challenge using the audio with girls mouthing the line, "I just wanted to feel like I could breathe," while cutting 2 images of Joc looking confused with his forehead glistening. Meanwhile, Scrappy finally broke his silence, and he didn't do it with an interview or a tweet. Nah, he dropped a track. And not just any track, a diss track that made Backslide sound like a lullaby. The title, "BM Betrayal Ain't Mutual." The lyrics, pure pain, pure poetry, pure petty. Lines like, "War, my name," while whispering, "His you left our vows, for a text and a kiss, was building us. You was building a list of secrets and lies you thought I'd miss." Fans called it the heartbreak anthem of the year. Even the Shade Room reposted it with the caption, "Scrappy didn't just drop bars, he dropped a body." And Erica Dixon. Sis didn't waste a second. The moment Scrappy's track went live, she posted a story with a cryptic message, "Karma always finds her way home, especially when she's wearing heels." Fans think this was her Loki confirming she's back in the mix. And guess what? Producers are loving it. Word is, Erica's already filmed 2 green screen confessionals, and they're prepping a surprise reunion scene that's gonna flip the entire narrative. One insider said Bambi is about to walk into a trap and doesn't even know it yet. If this were chess, Erica just went Queen's Gambit on Bambi's entire storyline. And let's not forget, Joc's fiancée, yep, she's still around, watching silently from the sidelines while her man plays emotional hopscotch with his ex's drama. But even she had a moment. In a now deleted IG story, she posted a quote that read, "When you let clowns entertain, don't be mad when the circus follows." Was it about Joc? Was it about Bambi? Or was it just her realizing she might be engaged to Atlanta's most charming disaster? Either way, fans noticed. And now, everyone's wondering if she's going to walk away. Or ride this out till reunion night. And while everyone else was reacting, ducking, and clapping back, TashaK, sis was sipping wine and dropping previews like a Netflix trailer. She posted a clip with blurred faces and audio distortions, teasing something bigger. The caption, "Y'all think it's over? It ain't even started." The comments section exploded with speculation. One user wrote, "If she got video, Bambi might as well fake a passport and move to Panama." Another said, "Scrappy better get custody of those voicemails, 'cause that's all he got left." Savage. And now the fans are turning their attention to Mona Scott Young How. Because people are starting to ask, is this mess organic? Or was it grown in Mona's drama garden? The timing, the leaks, the perfectly chaotic sequencing. It's too cinematic. There's a growing theory that Mona knew everything and held it back just to detonate it at the perfect time. One Reddit user even posted a breakdown with a full conspiracy board, calling it Operation Scrappy Collapse. Complete with arrows, timelines, and a theory that Bambi's skincare line was secretly funded by YungJoc's hush money. Is it wild? Yes. Is it believable? At this point, also yes. Now production insiders claim the season 14 reunion has been completely restructured. Security has been doubled. Cast members are allegedly being filmed entering separately to avoid backstage brawls. One PA was overheard saying, "We're not even calling it a reunion anymore. It's an emotional purge." Mona allegedly told the producers, "This isn't just an episode, it's therapy with lighting." And Scrappy, he's refusing to sit across from Bambi unless she publicly apologizes on camera. Word is, he wants a full confession and acknowledgement of YungJoc's involvement. Otherwise, he's walking. Again. But don't think Bambi's just gonna roll over. Nope. According to sources close to her camp, she's planning her own response. Not just a social media live but a full sit-down with a popular podcast, with tissues, candles, and sad background music. The goal? Reclaim the narrative, paint herself as misunderstood, isolated, and emotionally neglected. Basically, the "I just wanted love" package. But here's the kicker, if she doesn't address the voicemail, the texts, the hotel, or the sushi dinner, it's game over. Fans are ruthless. They don't want feelings. They want facts. And if she comes with anything less than full truth and accountability, they'll drag her like a broken wig on a windy day. As we approach the final chapter of this scandal, one thing's clear. This isn't just a breakup. It's a cultural moment. A reality TV cautionary tale. YungJoc, Bambi, and Scrappy have unknowingly created a trilogy of betrayal, played out in real time, with receipts, remixes, and regrets. And through it all, TashaK has been the narrator, the executioner, and the chaos conductor. With every voicemail, every screenshot, every whispered quote, she's proven one thing: when the internet thirsts for blood, she brings the tsunami. And now, we wait. We wait for the reunion. We wait for the podcast. We wait for Mona's master edit. Because in this world, nothing is sacred, no secret is safe, and no scandal ever truly ends. It just gets reposted, remixed, and reborn. One thing's for sure. Scrappy's next verse will sting. Bambi's next post will be analyzed like the Zapruder film. And YungJoc, he'll probably just keep posting selfies and dodging accountability, like it's a lifestyle. And now, after all the voice notes, blurred screenshots, secret sushi dinners, and broken baby daddy bars, the real question is, whose side are you on? Are you rocking with Scrappy, the man who gave his heart, his last name, and probably half his taxes just to end up crying on camera while YungJoc slid in like a late-night Uber? Or are you Team Bambi, the glam queen turned emotional ninja, flipping situationships and dodging accountability like it's cardio? Or maybe you're like YungJoc, just out here chilling, while the internet burns and your DMs look like a Maury episode with filters. But before you run off to rewatch that voicemail clip or stalk IG for purse comparisons, we need to know, do you believe TashaK delivered the ultimate takedown? Or do you think there's still more tea steeping behind the scenes? Are we looking at a reunion? Or a courtroom? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Tell us who you think is lying, who you think is playing chess, and who just needs to log off and journal. And don't be shy. We know y'all got opinions and burner accounts. Make sure to like this video if your jaw dropped even once. Subscribe if you're addicted to this kind of scandalous chaos, and share this with the messiest person in your group chat, because this drama, It's too rich to keep to yourself. Until next time, stay petty, stay suspicious, and remember, in the world of love and hip-hop, the wigs are synthetic. But the betrayals, oh baby, they're real.